2.4 Adaptations. To improve an athlete's performance in their sport, they would need to train over time in order to do that, and different sports require different types of training. Sports need different body demand, as some are anaerobic and some are aerobic. You could train for power, stamina, speed, and other abilities. For example, a long duration sport such as a marathon will require a lot more endurance training, as this is aerobic. You would train to become better at stamina. This could include going on runs and going for a further distance in each session. And perhaps if someone wants to become a bodybuilder, then they will be doing power and aerobic training such as heavy weightlifting, where you train your muscles to get bigger and stronger. In a game such as football, you would need to adapt a lot more of a variety of abilities depending on what position you play. For example, central midfielder would need training on stamina, power and speed. As football is quite a moderate duration of sport, the players would train for a while, as well as it being quite high intensity as well. Therefore, the different demands of a sport would require different types of depending where it could involve all your body systems such as respiratory, neuromuscular, cardiovascular and skeletal. For aerobic performances such as a marathon or triathlon, training may need to require many sets and repetitions in order to make an improvement. If training for a marathon, the average time training for this is around 2 to 3 months. One of the best ways to do this is to gradually run a further distance each session you run. This may be to start on 1 mile, then 2 miles, then 3, so forth until you feel comfortable running around 20-ish miles. Adrenaline, the actual marathon, can make you fatigue slower. In endurance training, your percentage power could start around 30%, which is low, and hopefully be able to increase as the more you go. Another way to train is to perhaps have sets of runs with around 5 reps each week. With aerobic training, you would need quite a high amount of sets, as the body has a lot to learn and adjust as the sport duration is so high. The training would be long duration as it is aerobic training, so it could be for around an hour each training session. This aims to reduce high intensity when in a sport where professionals' intensity is incredibly high. Other training like swimming, biking helps stamina massively, as well as the power in the legs, because this will make the athlete fatigue slower and help them in the sport. This will only help if they set the intensity at the right level and the gradual increase in duration and time. With anaerobic training, the main focus for this will be mainly power and speed. This could involve a 100 to 800 meter run or weightlifting at the gym. Any sport that does not last longer than around 5 minutes will be mainly the use of your anaerobic energy system. If you're perhaps doing a 100 meter sprint, then you may want to do some quite high reps, such as 10 reps of the sprint at maximum intensity, as the sport requires that. In a few months of doing this, you will see your body adapting to higher power and speed that you have trained to. So compared to sets of aerobic training, it will have lower sets, however it will have higher reps. For example, maybe 3 sets of 10 in anaerobic and 10 sets of 3 in aerobic. That lasts for a longer period. And the 1 rep max in aerobic would be around 90% as if the times are very long. Then you'll be able to use more power, you won't fatigue as quick in an anaerobic sport. The types of training for strength you could do include workouts at the gym. This could perhaps be 4 sets of 12 with the low sets and high reps. This could be around an hour a day, and you normally start to see a difference in the size of your muscles in the first couple of months. Another type of training is speed training, where you do sets and reps of sprinting, or perhaps swimming or velodrome. Therefore, in anaerobic and aerobic sport, different types of training is used in order to get better at your sport.